Hello and welcome to our world of wonders. We're in the Cobourg jail known as McAllister's Restaurant. There's Charlotte. We're in the solitary confinement area. Charlotte took a picture in this corner and got what appears to be a lovely orb. We haven't been able to find anything else. There we go.
So just turn it off by mistake.
We have had a couple of weird anomalies, like your
just
camera
the
went on to the macro.
Well, it's doing it now. Now the only thing I can think of is because it goes from night scene, which I had it on, and then it goes to macro. And I don't know whether it's because I'm pointing it down towards where it'd be more of a close-up. It's probably just the camera doing something weird.
So there's a medical room just past here. I may have to get a light so you can see. Yeah, you can't really see. I'll go and get the flashlight. Whoop. Here's solitary, very tiny room. It's colder in here, but when we get to the last room, the temperature in this one.
It's cold down here, period.
But this one, you can feel the cold coming right out of this room. And
yeah, you can.
Like you can.
Yeah, you can.
There's a breeze right here. I can feel it.
Unless it's coming from that.
Well, that should be above our heads. So there's one vent up there, which if the door was closed, you'd have to have an air.
Yes.
Sorry, that was a bad angle. But solitary confinement, there's not a lot of room at all. If we could bring our temperature gauge down here, that would give us a really good indication of what's going on. So we're going to take some more pictures and we'll talk about what we're finding in a few minutes. Hi, we're back in the solitary confinement, and this is the room that has been, like 10 degrees colder than the other one?
Yeah, it does feel, even the other one doesn't feel as cold as this. I thought maybe at first it was that vent, but there's a vent in the other room too, and it doesn't seem to be as cold in there, so I don't know what that's all about.
So, and they would have to have a vent when the door was locked, so that they didn't run out of air. But we decided we're going to try an EVP in here, see if we get anything. We're not really, you got that one good orb picture.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what's, it's not easy to see on the screen, so we'll have to wait until we can look at them in more detail. But there is that one photo that does have an orb and half a face sticking out.
I don't have my tripod with me, so I can't get it far enough. So we're going to turn this on, and we're just going to see what happens, and we're going to tape it. If it's usable, we will, and if it's not, we'll edit it out. So here we go. On the cement bed. And turn her on. There we go, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. It's on. Oh, it's paused. It's on and recording. We're talking to anybody if they happen to be in here. If you talk into this little circle, we won't be able to hear you, but the machine can. And when we listen to it later, we'll be able to hear what you have to say. So I'm going to put this down. All you need to do is talk, and it can hear you. Could you tell us your name? I'll repeat, could you tell us your name and how many people are here in this room? Is there anyone here who needs help? Yeah, we can hear the music a little bit.
Yeah, we'll just have to remember that the music was playing.
Oh,
I never even thought of bringing a pendulum.
my purse is in the way. Trying to think what other questions we can ask other than, is there someone here? Are you happy being here? Do you know that you're dead or passed on? Is there something that we can do for you to help you? That weird sound was music upstairs. If it sounds like a moan,
Well, yeah.
that was something that
There's
is upstairs in the restaurant.
music playing upstairs continually.
Okay, we'll stop here. We'll take this home and listen to it. If you've left us a message, we will come back to help if this is what we need to do. So we would like you to say goodbye. We'll end this session right here, and we can continue again when we come back. So goodbye. Please say goodbye. Okay, thank you. If you were here and helping us. So that's 3 minutes and 4 seconds. That's
good,
more
yeah.
than enough.
Mhm.
So to save, you just hold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there I am saving, just push and hold. We're back. Off.
Stand behind you, that makes it a little easier.
So we've got 3 minutes and 4 seconds, something like that. So we'll have to listen and see if we've caught anything. But we're not really. The only thing, when we first came in this room, I have to admit, it felt kind of difficult to breathe in here. And the temperature difference is quite a bit. I tried my little compass hygrometer thingy that I've used outside, but it's too slow to really measure properly. So we're going to have to come back and have another supper and do another session. But I really don't get anything bad at the moment.
Not really, no. I mean, it is a little bit uneasy, but, you know, it's nothing really hugely negative.
No, and the girl upstairs, our waitress, did confirm that where I felt that issue last time was exactly where they used to hang people. So it makes complete sense that there'd be residual energy there. So maybe we'll just do a little quick jaunt out the back if we can, and we'll see what we found. It's been a really nice evening.
It has been, yeah.
So we'll get back to you in a moment. There we go. Oops. I think
You're all washed out and pale. You're turning into a ghost.
Oh, maybe if I can move. Oh, no! And we didn't have anything to drink.
No, we didn't.
No. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's better. Oh, we can still probably turn. Oh,
What do you mean?
I was going to say you have a light on, but no, it doesn't
Well,
matter.
I can turn it on if you want.
We'll see if it makes a difference.
Makes us look a little oranger.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Actually, that's not bad.
That's pretty good. And if I get the other light over, and we can put it here. Anyway, hi, it's me, Michelle.
I'm Charlotte.
And we've just finished our jail excursion.
Our part 1 jail excursion.
And I think you got the best
Well,
results
yeah.
tonight.
Well, we don't know yet. We have to listen to you have to listen to your EVPs.
Well, that's true,
We
yeah.
have to look. I took like almost 100 pictures, so I know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I'm going to be looking
But,
through all these pictures.
that very first picture, once we got down into the jail,
Well, yeah.
and you took it through the door, and there's something.
Very, very bright orb.
And
yeah.
it wasn't in any of the other
No,
pictures.
because I usually take two. I'm taking
Yeah.
one and then I'm taking another in exactly the same spot, because otherwise you can't really rule out reflections. And it was definitely in one, but not in the other.
And I took,
So
I
it
don't
was
know
very
how
bright,
many.
too.
And I tried to stand in the exact spot you stood in, at nothing. Like, nothing that I could see whatsoever. I really wish I had my temp gun with us tonight, because that far room, that's definitely, it's like 10 degrees colder. You could feel
Yeah.
air moving in there. It was like cold. But when we went back to do the EVPs, it didn't feel
Well, no, it felt
cold.
Yeah. Just
And
when I
I
first
had-
went down there.
Like a hard time breathing in that room at first.
Well, it is claustrophobic.
it's-
There's no doubt about it. I wouldn't want to be shut in there.
Although it didn't happen in the other room. Like there's two,
Yeah.
and
Well, the end one does seem worse. I don't know why exactly, but it does.
so it would be interesting to see if any EVPs showed up. Like we didn't have the questions written down, and we didn't have a formal way of doing it. So it's a little happenstance, but
Well, like I say, we can always come back.
oh yeah, I mean,
So-
food is excellent.
Yes.
We had the
fish
was
and
it
chips.
Falkir, Falkir,
was it
fish and
no.
chips? It wasn't something like that. Fall something. Fell?
Falk. I don't remember.
FEL or FAL?
Something like that, but it was really good anyway.
It was cod, beer battered cod, and oh my God, it was wonderful. So if we come back, I know what I'm going to have. I have to be careful with my diet, so because I have allergies as well as diet. So that's, if this works out well, I know definitely I'll have that again.
Yeah.
That or that chicken sandwich sounded good. But we were told by a good friend named Trish, we won't say her last name, but she says, oh, the food's amazing in there. You're going to love it. And
She was
the
right.
food was
Yeah.
amazing. We loved it. So they've got a lot of, it was wing night, half price wing
Well,
night.
yeah.
But I didn't think that maybe eating gooey wings and using camera equipment was a good idea.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
get sticky fingerprints all over the lenses and
Nothing like having, barbecue sauce and thinking you got blood in every scene. What's happening? First it's ectoplasm and now
Yeah.
it's blood. I said, wait a minute. No. Oh, and it was really, the waitress, I should have asked her name. Oh my God, she is so sweet and so cute.
well, yeah, and she
And so enthusiastic
Well,
about
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
And she's like, oh, and when you ladies go downstairs for Halloween, we put blood on the windows. They're my handprints. It was corn syrup and something. Food coloring.
Fruit coloring, yeah.
And she goes, so like she's warning us not to be scared. Little does she know, we wished that something did scare
Well, yeah.
us. But no, she was so cute. So she didn't want the old girls to have a heart attack in the basement. So she warned us, there's blood down there, but it's okay. But sweetest girl, oh
Yeah,
my gosh, yeah. And she did tell us about Halloween, and
Yeah,
they
that's
seem
right,
to have
yeah,
quite the excitement, live band, and they have people dressed up downstairs. Wouldn't be a good time to get
No, but too
any
much
evidence.
activity, you wouldn't be able
Oh, yeah.
to. It
They
is-
would all go to the attic
Well,
or
that's
somewhere.
right, yeah, where it's quiet.
But very interesting. So if we ever get her again, and we ask her, it's like, so, what's it like upstairs? And is there any other place we could go and
Well,
look?
yeah.
I mean, maybe if at some point, we say, listen, we've got a show on YouTube and people are really interested. Would you mind if, we saw some of the rooms? Or, is there some place we could look that is out of the ordinary? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they seem to be wonderful people.
Well, they do, yeah.
With the exception of the maniac. I mean, downstairs on one of the walls, they have prisoners' names and what they were in for. A lot of them are vagrancy. Like, I would say
it's-
85%.
Most of them were for vagrancy, which isn't even a crime.
The one
But
guy-
just back then it was.
Well, yeah,
but
the one guy from Port Hope, drunk and disorderly. It didn't surprise me at all. But there's people from Peterborough, Millbrook.
and Hamilton.
So
and-
this was a really busy place.
Yeah.
But I would say most of the people that were here, like a large percentage of them would have been like homeless people.
Well, yeah.
People that, were, in the poorhouse. Well, the poorhouse was the jail. I don't quite know like what floor or how that would work, but they couldn't have prisoners, like, people that were violent
Well, yeah.
with regular people that their only crime was no work and no money, which a lot of people right now are starting to realize is not an easy thing. But we didn't really... The only room that was weird was that one solitary confinement.
That's right, yeah.
And the restaurant, when we first went in, you get such a lovely, warm...
That's it's very welcoming.
family
It's sort of like
feeling,
almost like a British pub kind of feel to it.
And it kind of made me think that maybe the families were kept on that floor because it had a very
be.
loving, kind of nurturing energy. Like, and of course, that waitress, I could just wrap her up and take her home. Oh my God, she is just a sweetheart. And we didn't even ask her name, which is too bad. But we'll find her again and find out who she is. So I guess we've done everything we can.
Yeah, I think so for today or tonight.
It's getting late. It's almost 9:30. So bye from me. I'm Michelle.
I'm Charlotte.
And we'd like to say, what makes you say?
Wow.
You always giggle. That's